Let's see who's
Live
still
already. That
who's
was
still
quick.
awake.
I'm awake now. Let's see, bro. I'm trying to share this really quick. What's good with you, Manny?
Oh, it's just been a seems like it's been a long week. This whole the Melissa Lucio situation is really I'm really soaking it in, and
I mean, how do you feel? From beginning to currently, from when you first heard about the case to where you're at now. Would you say it's a whole different perspective, or you're just the same how it used to? From day one to now, from learning what
uh,
you've learned now.
well, like I said, when I first saw the documentary, I only saw bits and pieces. I saw that scene at the very beginning where they kind of show the photos, kind of the camera's going by the table, but they don't stop and look at each photo, but the camera kind of goes by at an angle,
Like the photos of the little girl.
right? And I remember, oh, damn, how can somebody do that? She's freaking guilty. She deserves to be there. What's the purpose of the documentary? But then as I kept watching it, there was just so many more like, oh, moments, like,
Mm.
oh,
Like, huh?
hmm, like, damn,
Questionable.
yeah.
Reasonable doubt.
Phew.
Plenty of that, huh?
Yeah, and then of course I didn't finish watching the first time. I didn't finish watching it. It was probably late at night, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll catch up. I'll watch it later." And then a couple more weeks passed. I started to watch it again, and there were more aha moments. I was like,
Hmm.
oh, "Okay." And then I was like, "Yeah, well, she's probably dead already. This is probably an old documentary." But then I look at the date, and it was like 2019, and this I was like, "Oh, damn, this stuff just happened."
Like it's still ongoing.
Yeah, still ongoing. And I didn't it didn't click until a little bit later when I started watching it again. I finally saw the whole thing nonstop. And hey, Ileana, don't let the hat fool you. I never wear these things at all. Just it's
It's a nice hat, Manny.
he made me do
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I finally saw the whole documentary beginning to end. And then at the end you see that doctor. I decided to do to stream the movie tomorrow night, movie night. I did it a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to do it
Yeah, I
again
remember.
tomorrow night. Yeah. I was lucky and saw you live 2 times in one night. Hey, Jennifer, I know,
Whoa.
right? Twice in a row. It's
Double
amazing.
header. Double whammy.
Double whammy. Friday night. Yeah, I'm glad you're back, though, Jen. I don't remember the stats, but something like 20% of death row inmates are innocent. So you still support the death penalty? I do, because of people like John Allen Rubio, who killed his little kids, decapitated them with a kitchen knife,
Red-handed. Caught red-handed.
and they didn't even have to. He confessed when the first officer showed up and said, "I did it. I killed my kids just now. Handcuff me."
There's still, the system is 100% broken. The process of finding somebody guilty for
Hey, Corina.
or convicting them to death is just like, I think there should be a whole nother filter in place. But most of these people, they get the option, like, and that's the sucky part, bro, because they get the option of like, hey, you can take the like
Oh
no
yeah,
contest right now. Just do a
right.
no contest plea, and you'll get 20 years, 25 years. You'll be
Right.
out. You do good on parole in 10 years.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, I'm not guilty. Why am I going to take that approach?
Yeah.
And they'll tell them, well, if you don't take that approach, you're going to be facing the death penalty. And the person is like, well, I'm 100% sure I didn't do it, so I
Idea.
have nothing to hide.
See,
and I have nothing to hide,
that's where
so I'm gonna go
and
all
that's
in.
where they get you. Yeah, you're right, and that's where they get you into some kind of put you away one way or the other.
Yeah, and that sucks, because imagine that, bro. Like, what would you like? I'm an honest man. I didn't do nothing. And then it's, well, if you can go to 30 years. Well, I just want to clear my name because I didn't do nothing. Like, I'm 100% sure I'm going to walk away free when they find out it wasn't me. But then you're putting your hands in 6 people who
Yeah.
already probably hate you for whatever crime you're accused of.
Oh yeah, you're putting your trust in the justice system.
Yeah.
And look, I mean, okay, so she said she was guilty. Yeah, but she said she was guilty because she was tired of being there for 6 or 7 hours without food and water, let alone a bathroom break. And it's in the movie. They kept coming at her, and she finally said, "Well, I guess I did it." Those were her words. I guess I did it. And you could tell she was visibly like, let's forget it. I'm out of here. Let's end this right now. And I don't think that makes for a legit confession.
Oh, but like Chuck says, there's a lot of people who are innocent on death row. And you've seen that documentary, that other one, of all the people who walk free after, well, he didn't do it, or there's not enough proof after a while. It's, I mean, I see what Chuck means. I mean, still, all right. So they don't sentence. Let's say they do away with a death penalty. They just give you life in prison.
Yeah.
Even if you're innocent, I mean, it's still.
So it's like, is that worse? And then, I mean, at the same time, I get it. Why would you plead guilty to something if you really didn't do it?
And yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. So they just trick you into it. But I'm having like a little change of heart, dude. I've been pro death penalty all along, but right now I'm just having this little change of heart where I'm thinking we're killing people for killing people. Wouldn't that mean you will have to kill the person who killed the person who was on death row?
Kill the executioner.
Yeah, because they're doing the same crime, but they get paid for it, and it's cool.
But guess what? So, in the case of lethal injection, there's like 3 buttons on the wall, and there's 3 people to push one button, but they never know which is the one with the actual injection.
Yeah.
Right, and they do that for a reason. So there's no guy who does it.
It's more of a conscious reason. Yeah, it's not in your conscience.
Yeah, exactly. So that goes on too. And I don't know. I think there's some people that don't belong on this planet. If you keep them locked away forever, is that the answer necessarily?
But I mean, if the crime was committed in another state, and other states have different laws, is it only Texas? They don't belong in Texas. It's a trip, bro. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, like I said, I've been pro, but right now I'm just thinking, like, life in prison is probably what they would deserve. I mean, that's just my opinion now. Caught red-handed because of the fact that there's innocent people who might get tied up in it because of them, bro. If not, yeah,
okay,
if they're caught red-handed, then take them, do whatever.
Even in the case of John Allen Rubio,
I mean, there's that's a huge difference. I just think the trial should be different for a death penalty trial. There should be something different, bro. It should not be in the hands of a jury who's getting basically almost coached by one of the DAs to hate the person on the stand. Not everybody who goes into the jury duty goes in there thinking level-headed. Well, this crime was committed. I'm right in between until enough evidence surfaces for this or that. I'll make my decision. Everybody makes that emotional decision.
So I gotta take this off. This is not me. It really isn't. It's not.
Put the other one on.
He had it on. He had a hat on. So I'm like, let me go get a hat. So I'm gonna choose this one right here.
There you go.
This is it.
You,
Nanda,
got, you
how's
just put
that?
on your thinking cap, huh?
I do got to get me one of those. Though. I got to see what that looks like on me. How much does each death row inmate cost the state? Well, I got the answer to that. You ready? Oh, you're gonna freak out at this number. You ready?
Zero.
Zero.
So who does it cost? Is it federal or what?
And I have a show coming up on this. What does it cost, and who pays for it? Well, guess what? Inmates are required to work 40 hours a week. They have to pull their weight. First of all, they have to work, and if they can't work, then it's a problem because they try to find other things for them to do. Um, and if they cannot work, that becomes a problem. And they don't care why, it becomes a problem. They start taking away some of their privileges, commissary stuff, or the activities that they do, that kind of thing. So, what in this particular state, I know California does it as well. They had to create industry. So, in prison, they manufacture stuff. There's manufacturing plants in prison. They make all
Manufacturing.
kind of stuff. They make all kind of stuff that you guys use at home every day. From cleaning supplies to brushes to brooms, office chairs.
I've heard to even peeling garlic. I don't know if that's true.
It probably is. But this stuff happens. This is how they earn money. This is how the state. This is how the correctional facility. That's what the Texas Department of Criminal Justice only, as far as I know. I know California does also. But they've got a catalog. You know, you ever seen those big U-line catalogs? It's a gigantic, thick
Oh
book.
yeah, yeah.
Well, they have something like that, and all these items are manufactured in prison, and they have to, and they sell stuff. And there are companies and businesses that buy from the prisons. You know, one little tidbit in California, in a women's prison, guess what they make? Guess what? I don't know if they still have the contract, but guess who used to make? The women, they manufactured, and by that I mean sewing, Victoria's Secret
Wow.
undergarments for women. And then once everything was done and ready, they would ship it off to Victoria's Secret, and Victoria's Secret would sell it in their catalog in the store.
Wow.
As they say, excuse my language, I shit you not. That's for real. So there's a lot of that going on, and nobody knows. Everybody thinks it's the taxpayer money. You know, when they say life in prison, oh, now we got to pay, you know, for that guy to be there for 20 years. Like, actually, we do not. And
It's like somebody said, you know, they say that people will never really be free because almost, you know, they say slavery ended, but they found a new way to slave people, and that's by uh, basically making some of these petty crimes a crime that puts people in jail to go and work for $1 or whatever.
yeah.
It's weird. Like marijuana is legal in some states, but it's illegal in some states. If you do it in some states, you'll go to jail for so many years. If you do it in another state, you're free to walk. So they kind of set it up that way.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things. Well, one that I know of that should be decriminalized, and I think that's marijuana. I mean, that needs to be legalized already across the board. And I think to arrest people for having a joint or two or whatever, even if they got a little more, if it's for their own personal use, come on. Why have that guy in jail for a month or 2 weeks or 6 months or whatever? It just takes up space. And legalize it, and now the state is going to make money. Colorado, the first full
Millions,
year,
right?
they made a killing. They made a killing off the tax from selling, you know, all these dispensaries and everybody buying and selling marijuana.
And they're all things that unfortunately trap somebody in the system because somebody screws up, for example, a joint. I personally, honestly, I mean, when I was a kid, I mean, I say it right now, I have nothing to hide. I smoked weed. It was cool. I don't do it no more, right? But had I been caught with that joint, how would it have affected my future?
Right?
You go to jail. You're on probation. Now after you're on probation, you can't screw up. You screw up with one little thing, guess what? You're back in jail. Once
Yeah.
you're in jail, nobody hires you. So guess what you turn to? Back to the streets, to doing the wrong things, and you go back to jail even longer this time. And the system is just like rinse and repeat. It sucks people in for the smallest things, and then it turns them into people who are unemployable, people who can't be around other people because of their tattoos now or whatever, right? Discrimination all the way around.
Yep.
That's a whole different story, but I get a little passionate about it because I believe that the system is not perfect, and there's a lot of flaws that that haven't been fixed, man. And one of them might be the way the death penalty is handled and how they just slap it on anybody who says, "Hey, I'm not guilty. I'm willing to go through the death penalty process
Right.
or the jury because I know I'm not guilty." And then they end up getting found guilty because they put their hands on other people.
Well, that's what happened with Melissa Lucio. She said, I pled guilty, but in trial, I'll talk it out there and I'll be fine and I'll be not guilty. Didn't work out that way.
Oh, that's tough, man.
It went very bad. And, I'm telling you, they didn't think they were going to, she didn't even think she was going to get the death penalty. And, and you can't, that's why you have to, what's the first thing Lynn Marie Garcia said when you get arrested? I want my lawyer.
Yeah, but then they give you a shitty lawyer like that, the one she got.
But at least some of the basic principles they know, and they'll tell you.
Oh yeah, I see. Because for a lot of that, before she got the lawyer, she was already talking, right? Before she got the lawyer, they were already putting through the process of, here, spank this doll the way you spank the baby and all that stuff.
Yeah, there was no lawyer. She finally, when she said, "Well, I guess I did it," and she still didn't have a lawyer. There was all that 6 or 7 hours that happened right there.
I mean, maybe for certain crimes, I think they should just like make it a law where their lawyer is required to even interrogate. Okay, you're under arrest for this, and this is what you're here for. Once your attorney shows up tomorrow, we can discuss. Because, like I mentioned before, a lot of people don't know their rights, bro.
No, and she didn't. Clearly, she didn't.
Even right now, I can say, which amendment do you plead when you're arrested? You know it because we've been talking about it for so long. How many people listening right now would not be able to say what the Fifth Amendment is, or what amendment you would plead? Oh, I just said it. The Fifth Amendment. Yeah.
People joke about it because they hear it in movies. Oh, I plead the Fifth, but that's a real thing. That's a real thing.
It's a defense, but we're not lawyered up. We're not perfect, but in our minds, we weren't built to be criminals, so
yeah.
And the detectives are built to make criminals, to find a criminal, to pop the case, like, oh, we got these many criminals this month already. Look, half of them are not even criminals,
And for them, it's all about numbers. Hey, we won. We got another one. Confess, or
let's
guilty
get
or whatever.
Get them off the street, It's like one of those.
Chuck, I'm going to find out about this. I'm going to find out who's on that board. It's not a clemency board. It's the parole and pardons. Pardons and paroles. Because that's a very good question.
That's a funny question, though. Like 60-year-old Texan Republican.
Right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Is it a whole bunch of Chucks on the clemency board? Not that you're 60, Chuck. I'm just saying that's all. Apparently they have, yes. In prison, there are call centers.
What?
For some of these different industry. And Sharky sent me a list of things. Yeah, that's a small percentage. I got this whole entire ginormous list of the things that are manufactured and the companies that they do things for.
A call center?
Yeah, some of these, I'm sure it's for some smaller companies out there, but you don't even know you're calling a call center. Yeah, the guy's in prison wearing a yellow jumpsuit or whatever, or a white jumpsuit.
Well, it's not like they need to make, $20 an hour. I'm sure the cost of living in jail is pretty low for them.
Hey, Linda, welcome. Hi, Wendy. Agree. Yeah, and it's funny because a lot of people don't know. I should get the list. No, I'm going to save it for a show. I'm going to do it next week. That show, all the different products.
Drum roll.
Yeah, all the different products that are created there, and then but then you got prisoners that make like belts and stuff out of leather, leather crafts, all that kind of stuff. But they can't sell it for money themselves. It's illegal for them to profit from that. So
No.
they have to give it to their family, and the family can do whatever they want with it, and then they'll funnel the money back into their commissary or whatever.
Oh, I see.
But they cannot sell it directly. Like
They
fashion
can't make a
by
profit
inmate
off,
326467. It doesn't work like
right?
that.
Patent by inmate, death row inmate 6234, whatever.
Am I a pothead, Manny? No. Nope. I'm not interested in it. But if somebody does do it, I don't care as long as I guess it doesn't bother me.
Dang it, Manny.
But I was in the airline business for way too long, and I couldn't I couldn't even be near that stuff. I didn't want to be near that stuff. We would whenever I had to fly to Denver for work, or even if it was pleasure, you get into an Uber or a Lyft, and you can tell the dude's been smoking because the whole car smells that strong marijuana smell. And I swear I'd ride in that car for 15 minutes and then get out, and I felt a little like, But then I'm afraid that they're going to test me, then I'm going to test positive, even though I didn't smoke it.
Off the fabric.
Linda, we're free in California. Yes, you are. Colorado too, and Texas pretty soon.
There's a few.
Got that? Yeah. Rosina, hi there. Kamala Harris was a big proponent of 3 strikes in California, and that effed up a ton of good people in California. Yes, it did. If you can't do flat across the board 3 strikes and you're done forever, life in prison. Just because the guy sold some weed 3 times.
Well, yeah, there's different ones. DWIs. There's a lot of non-criminal offense. Well, they make it a criminal offense, and I understand why, right? But they'll turn somebody who's not a criminal instead of giving them help or something.
Yeah,
like real help. Like, hey, we're gonna lock you up, but in a freaking institution that's gonna make you a better man. No, we're gonna lock you up with all these other criminals who are real criminals that are gonna make you join their gangs, and if you don't, then you're not protected, and you're gonna get beat up all day until you join them. Then they have no choice but to become part of them, and then they get thrown back out in society, and it's really hard for them to come back. There's a few, bro, that come back and make a great living, but
yeah,
it's not all.
And the problem is with some of these long sentences is that people actually get used to being in there, and they're not afraid. Once they've been there,
it's like, what's the worst?
Friends in there, yeah, they're not afraid to go back anymore. That's why there's repeat offenders, because I'll go back and I'll be able to talk to my buddies over there, and they're just not afraid. Maricela, welcome back. Eunice, hi there. La Mera Mera.
Hello.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Dirty Cameron County politics once again has wreaked havoc on an innocent person's life. Yeah, I believe her to be innocent. If you guys want to argue the neglect angle, different story.
Dude, it's always been Cameron County's trip, man. Like, I haven't made this one here public, but one time when I was 17, I got arrested just for talking back. I was literally talking to the sheriffs and telling them, I have rights. You can't just arrest me for no reason. He was like, well, I'm just detaining you because I feel like you're a threat to me. And I'm like, dude, I'm like smaller than you. I'm a kid. I'm 17. I'm on my way to high school. And we're going to search your car. And I'm like, well, you can't. You don't have a warrant, this and that. And I had nothing to hide. At the end, they were like, well, we're going to search it anyway. And they search. There's nothing. Okay. They tell my cousin, you go to school and you get in the back of the car. And I'm like, well, what am I being arrested for? And they say, we'll think about it on the way over there. I'll think about it on the way over there. They stop at Stripes, buy tacos, park in a little secluded area, like where they're building a neighborhood. There's nothing built, and they eat their tacos with me handcuffed in the back, still there for no reason. And so I spend the day there in the booking thing, and And I'm just thinking like, whoa, man, what the heck is happening now, man? And I'm 17 years old here in Cameron County, and then they end up. I get a phone call from the judge. They're like, hey, Vela, you have a phone call from the judge, and the judge just says, hey, I feel like you've been in there long enough. Go ahead and just waive your rights. We're going to send you a paper. You're going to sign to waive your rights right now, and you can go home. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that. My rights have been violated. She said, well, the other choice is to wait for me to come back after Christmas vacation, which is being about 2.5 weeks.
Oh,
And I'm like, where do I sign? You know.
oh man,
So I mean, it's dirty, bro. It's dirty.
don't give you much of a. No, see, that's nasty. They don't got to
Yeah.
do that stuff. Go Cubs! That's right. Didn't play today, but it's okay. We'll be back tomorrow. Freaking snowing in Chicago today.
No way.
Yeah.
In April, it snows all year or what?
Oh yeah. Oh, I was there. I was opening day. This was end of March, early April, years ago, and me and my father started snowing. Man, first inning, second inning started snowing. I had to go buy a blanket.
Oh wow.
Hey, Rachel. I believe they started with window blinds and it grew as part of prison reform. A lot of things. I mean, car parts and
Wow.
all kind of office products and, like I said, office chairs and I mean, you name it. Any pots and pans, everything. Everything is on that list. Hey, Trisha. Good old Denver. Yeah. Denver took the lead, and now they're making a ton of money in revenue. David Gutierrez, Chairman, Carmelo Jones, James LaFavor, Brian Long, Marsha Mulberry, Linda Molina, Ed Robertson. What are these names? Should we know these names?
There's like a tag. Can you tag on YouTube? No, right?
I don't think so. No, not on YouTube. California, yeah, smoke. Secondhand pothead, yeah.
Taking it through
Probably.
the fabric.
Rachel, let's see, those are members listed for the Board of Pardons and Paroles. Aha! David Gutierrez, Carmelo Jones, James Favors, Brian Long, Marsha Moberly, Linda Molina, Ed Robertson. Good to know. Check that out. That's some good information there from Dina. Bethel says, truth. 3 strikes, getting sentenced to life for things that shouldn't be. That's the most ridiculous thing. And even if you do a 3 strikes, it would have to be 3 significant things. You know what I mean? Like something major, not just, I don't know. It's just stupid.
It's weird. I'm telling you, the system's all jacked up, bro. There's no opportunity for the right person. Let's just say like a kid, who was raised in the wrong household and he doesn't know anything better. So he gets caught up in the wrong things, ends up going to jail. His life is ruined forever now just because of that.
Yep.
And it just sucks him back in because it's like, well, you have no other choice. You can't work no more. It's like crazy, bro. Like they throw you back out here with basically a life sentence of unemployment, being unemployable.
Yeah.
So, yep.
It's rough. Once you go in, man, it's hard to, from what I understand, because I've been there, I haven't. But once you get in there, even if you want to do good and you're done with crime, it's hard to get back on track.
And I heard that even the youth centers are not really youth centers, bro. They're like not, instead of preparing them to be better, they're preparing them for prison. And that right there is crazy, bro, because the youth is a future, bro. There's people who have a whole world in front of them who can be the next I would say Martin Luther King, or one of them. But instead of getting, they get thrown in one of the youth homes, and instead of preparing them to become a better person, they're getting prepared for prison.
Yeah.
It's weird, bro.
So instead of learning how to do this and learning how to do this, it's a lesson on here's what you don't do so you don't go to prison. It's like a different kind of lesson. It's sad. Hey, Gene, I grew up in a small town in upstate New York in the 60s and 70s. My dad was a sheriff and judge at the same time. Damn.
Well,
for
cool.
8 years, people loved him. Judge and sheriff and judge. I didn't even know that was possible.
That's cool. Like, whoa.
Hey, where in New York? Where upstate New York? I worked in Plattsburgh and Ogdensburg, New York for a while. Melissa is just the tip of the iceberg in Cameron County. Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm hoping this gets overturned and she's spared and everything goes right. I think that's going to cause a lot of ripples after that. I think they're going to look into the DA, what happened back then. Troy,
Troy,
what up?
Lil Troy.
Snowing in Pennsylvania too. Damn, come on, guys! It's already almost mid-April. Play some country for the background. Yeehaw! You know, nobody ever asked me that before, and I don't think I would. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. This was just a fluke. I did it because he did it. I mean, it's not a cowboy hat, you know.
Because you had the Cubs hat.
Yeah, I had the Cubs hat.
And then,
right? And then I switch it over to this guy.
Every hat's a different character too.
I know it is. It's funny what a hat can do. There shouldn't be private for profit prisons. You're right. That causes a whole other set of problems.
It's true. Yeah.
And that's freaky.
There you go.
That's pretty cool. That's because it's green underneath here. The color is green. Korean General, did I get fired? Did you all get fired when we called it? Okay, and don't start that over here already. And I come on and show him whoa, what the heck? Yeah, I'm not gonna have any of that. Play some country music back. Okay, no, let's see. We shouldn't play. Okay, got that one. I've always said once you're in the system, it's hard to get out. It's almost impossible. Yep. Delhi, Oneonta area in the Catskills. I'm not even going to pretend to know where that is.
All it's in New York. It's in New York, upstate.
In New York State. Okay. The only one I know is it's up in the Adirondacks. That's where I work near. Plattsburgh, New York. It's way up at the Canadian border almost. Let's see. Referring to me. Let's see what we're talking about. How about bluegrass? I'm a different kind of breed. Bluegrass? I mean, I don't dislike all country music, but it's not my thing. I'm not crazy about this stuff I hear right now either, by the way. Let me change.
You playing music right now or what?
Oh, you don't hear it?
No.
Oh, no. You told me there was music earlier.
I'm just messing with you, bro.
Oh. Hear it. All right, let's see.
You need to start the hotline, request. What is it, Friday?
Hey, Roxanne. Roxanne. You don't have to put on the red light. Oh, never unforgettable moment from Eddie Murphy, the movie 48 Hours, where he's singing Roxanne. He's got his Walkman on. He's singing Roxanne. One of the funniest clips ever. Short little clip. No, I'm not. That's my music. That's not. Ugh, don't say that, Beth.
Oh, that Zen music or what?
That Zen massage, happy ending music? No, that's not what that is. It really isn't. I hope nobody knows what happy ending is. But anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to come back. I wanted to come and chit-chat with Abel for a while. I've been getting questions. Where's Abel? How come he's not back? It's been a while. Yeah.
I'm back.
You have some stuff going on with your family, with your mom. Your mom doing okay now, man?
Doing good, man.
Yeah.
Doing good. So it's all good. For everybody who wants to know where I've been, just look for me on Facebook. I keep my profile public, so anybody can request me. Abel Vela. You'll find me. If
See, I knew that would come back to bite me in the ass. Saying happy ending.
Oh, crazy. So she just takes the music everywhere she goes, huh?
Will Smith, 10 years.
He
I
fell in the
think
system.
it's a waste of time. It's there. You know why it's a waste of time? Because he already quit. He quit the academy first. He
Oh
made
yeah,
the
that's
first
true.
move.
He
And he quit.
resigned.
He goes, I resigned. So
He saw it coming, bro. So he just resigned. You can't fire me. I quit.
and they were gonna have that little meeting on what to do with him like 2 weeks later. It's like, why wait so long? But then he resigned, so now they're like, okay, we need to talk. We got to do something quicker. So, well, yeah, let's ban him for 10 years or whatever. And I think it's, I don't know. I mean, they had to come out and do something. They couldn't leave it at the image that they didn't do anything about it. So they
So
had
what
to,
does that? What does that do? What are the negative effects of being banned?
well, the negative effect, the main one, is that you cannot be nominated for a best actor or best supporting actor, any of those awards. Or anything for that matter, any prize, any award that you can be a candidate for, you cannot because you're not part of the academy.
So maybe his value will go down, like his prize to be on a movie or whatever.
You would think so, but you got
Because what negative effects could it possibly have on him? I don't know. I mean, he
well,
can just start a
people
YouTube channel and
people won't want to work with him. They don't want to associate with him. He's the guy who went up on stage
slap
during a live show and slapped the shit out of Chris Rock.
That was pretty funny though, bro. Gotta admit.
And at first I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
And then for a while I thought it was a setup. It was what do you call it? A staged event,
like a stunt. Yeah.
But I don't think so. I think, again, same thing I said before. When you put your life out there in public, like he and his wife do, you think nobody's going to criticize or joke or whatever?
Like, come on. I mean, if it's out in the public, he should take the heat, bro. He put himself in that position, right?
Yeah, it's like, don't be mad at Chris Rock. Chris Rock was doing his job, which is to make jokes, make people laugh, insult people. That's what he was there for. He was doing his job. And kind of almost anything goes. That's what I think anyway. Basically, if you put your life out there, you have to be ready to accept whatever is coming your way. Tesla Giga Texas finally opened. Tesla Giga?
I think that's up in Austin, right? Mateo.
Oh, that's right. That's a huge ass place if I were here.
Oh yeah, they were having like the largest barbecue in Texas or something like that, right? Last month or something like that.
I actually listened to that as well. Very diverse. And so am I. I like a lot of stuff. I'm glad you're better able.
Oh, thanks.
Yep, and your mom too. Mom had a little bit of an issue, but she's doing good right now. Yes, true. Jada is just dragging the wheel down. Yeah, she wears the pants in that family. You think?
It's like, wow.
Is that a bad thing necessarily? Well, somebody's got to take the lead, right?
I mean, bro, come on, Will. What the heck is going on, bro?
I know, right?
I mean, they're probably working with some other kind of sorcery and witchcraft to keep Will around with that girl. You know?
She's I don't know. And I don't know anything about her, obviously, so I shouldn't. But I think his career just took a huge hit just for what happened.
Everything that happened, though. I think the other stuff was worse than the slap, you know?
This is true right here.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that. Somebody mentioned that a couple of days ago, and I was like, yeah, maybe, you know what? That's probably true. I don't know. I don't think he's in agreement with their open marriage.
That is strange, bro. I mean, why even waste his time?
I suppose he went to rehab. He just went on vacation.
Ooh,
rehab for what?
Like a slap rehab or what?
like a
He had a little slap stutter.
I
He
mean,
was
like
really going up to hug him, but he relapsed and slapped him.
anger management, maybe? Is that what he's saying he went to, or what? I don't know. Counseling rehab because she's able to do whoever she wants. I
Oh,
mean, how
okay.
is that his fault except for him being okay with it or letting it happen? Mm-mm. No, he can't. No, he can't get nominated. I don't think so. My understanding is you have to be a member of the Academy in good standing and pay your dues and all that stuff. And only then can you be nominated for something like that. Now I got to find out. See, now I got to find out. I believe he can nominate for Oscars, but can't accept it publicly since he left the Academy. He cannot vote on nominations. Yeah, see, okay, so I'm hearing a bunch of different things. I heard that he was not even able to be nominated, and he's banned from attending the Academy Awards or any related event, whether it's live
Wow.
or online, virtual. He can't. He's banned.
He screwed up. Yeah, he screwed up.
Having a drink and watching a good Netflix movie. Any recommendations? The Phantom. Watch the documentary Phantom. The Phantom.
That Phantom.
That'll piss you off.
I was watching this one of some guy that had like over 20 personalities or something like that. I think that's how they made that whole movie Glass.
Oh yeah,
I don't remember the name of it,
Man, Glass is so good. That dude was so good in that movie. I forgot the
but this
actor's
guy
name.
literally had all those personalities, bro, and it's weird.
He should have slapped the shit out of the dude that was entangled. Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, he should have disentangled them right away.
Focus, Will. Focus. I was one of his fans, but now I'm banning him from watching him. Yeah, I don't know. That comes up sometimes. You're gonna ban, not watch Disney
Yeah,
anymore
boycott.
because of all that crap against Disney, or you're not gonna watch NFL no more because. And I've tried to ride those trains, but I like football. When it comes to actors and their opinions, I've learned to. I'll watch him because he was good in the movie. He's a good actor, and that's it. I don't care what he says publicly about politics or his stance on whatever social issues. I put all that aside.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how can you not watch Robert De Niro in The Godfather? You know, and people don't like his politics, but you know what? I separate that. I'll watch him for what he's supposed to do, which is entertain us, and he does. And I'm
Yeah, I
like,
mean, like movies are like an escape. Like I hardly watch any like TV, bro. I don't do at all. But I've been getting more into like movie. I mean, Netflix documentaries and stuff like that. But when I do that, it's almost like a treat for my brain to just unwind and
right?
watch something out of this world. Like just take a pause away from life.
La Mera Mera says it's absolutely wrong what she says now. Like, girl, you gave him the look. I know, right? She did. You saw it. And that's the other part. I thought it was staged because when that happened, where was the camera guy? He was right there at the table with a camera almost already pointed at her and him, like waiting for the reaction. That's why I thought, part of this, maybe part of it was staged. Is it a coincidence that the camera was right there?
It was weird.
That's from the cage. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Let's see. Yes, man, I said let's see. I still haven't followed me on Twitter. I haven't. I thought I did. No, I'll just do all that. I'll retweet all your stuff. I don't care. I'll read them all. And she was laughing on camera after the slap. Right, she was, and that's all caught on camera, man. She's will be better off going on his own, separating. That's what I think. What's up, Victor? We're just talking to Hollywood a little bit right now. A little bit of Melissa Lucio, a little Hollywood. I don't know. A medical condition? No. Do you think it would have gone different if you would have made a joke of a person with cancer? No, but cancer is a very popular, well-known bad word. Alopecia is, even though people have the condition. Oh, does this matter to you guys at all? I found out about her condition. Let's see.
I mean, how many people knew she had that condition before
So
the?
this is her head, right?
Uh huh.
The alopecia affecting her is on one little bit as big as like a fingerprint. That is the
That's it.
area affecting that what alopecia is affecting. This one little fingerprint size area.
That's it.
So it was her decision to shave her whole head off instead of just dealing with that one little spot where I
So
forgot.
just like a little bald spot.
Yeah, I get it how traumatizing that could be, but Hollywood and special effects, you think they'd be able to patch up that one spot, right?
Oh yeah.
But I'm just saying, I'm not downgrading her condition or how it might feel to a woman. 'Cause that's a very touchy thing, man. You don't want to piss a woman off by. I know hair is important, and come on, outer beauty is how you feel is important. I get it. And Victor kind of got in trouble because he said, "Oh, she didn't put on a wig. She could have put on a wig." Like, well, some women don't want to wear wigs, right? But I think with Hollywood and all the special effects and the hair care and the things they do for bald guys, I think an implant
Oh yeah.
hair. It's like
Or just super glue a little piece of hair on that thing. I mean, that'll work. I'm sure there's something like that. Just put a little bit of Velcro and you just snap it on, and then before you go to bed, you just take it off.
See, and
That's
that's a joke.
genius.
That's a joke, right?
Well, it's a joke about the, if it's
I'm
just a
gonna
little
ban
thing
I'm
like
gonna
that,
ban
though,
Abel from coming on the show now.
right? It's just a little tiny piece that is missing hair, man. They shouldn't let that affect. I don't think it affects her that much. I mean, I would hope not.
Yeah, see, now, okay, you can't say that because and then somebody else got in trouble. Who was it that got in trouble? They were saying that alopecia is not a disability. It's not an ADA covered disability, like a real, like, um, someone who's physically disabled.
Right.
And they're saying alopecia is not one of those conditions that would be covered by ADA.
I mean, I can tell, like I mean, if we're talking about just the case of Jada's head,
And
and it's
ADA means the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Disability Act, yeah. If it's just Jada's head, bro, and it's that small, okay. I'm If it's for somebody who's losing it all, then okay, I understand. But for somebody who has millions in the bank that could treat it, but she decides not to, it shouldn't be made a joke. Okay, no, but she can treat it. She just decided that that's the look she wants to go for, I guess. I don't know, man. Ban me.
And believe me, and I'm not laughing at the ladies who got hair issues or
Yeah, no, no, not at
medical
all.
condition or anything like that.
It's beyond a medical condition. It becomes a mental. That's a mental disability because in your brain you believe you're no longer beautiful because of that little spot that's missing, and the brain tends to lie to you a lot sometimes.
And I get it. It's never a nice thing when you think people are staring at you because of a spot on your head or on your face or something. I get it. I do. I'm just saying.
Well, here's the difference. Here's the real difference, bro. So I just popped those little jokes right now, but he did the little jokes in the presence of somebody knowingly has alopecia. If I knew somebody had that condition here right now, I probably wouldn't have made it out of respect. Or somebody watching out of respect. Of course not. He purposely did it. He did it knowingly. So
But
it's
it's
a little bit different.
but it's Hollywood. He's a comedian.
Yeah.
Almost any topic is allowed.
Like free for all.
There's very few topics that are off limits to a comedian.
Or
And
it could have been just a whole stunt.
It wasn't even
Raising
that great of a
awareness.
joke. It wasn't that great of a joke either.
Oh no, it was not.
right? So it's just like some kind of half-ass joke, and they should have left it at when she went. I saw her go like that, like, oh, did he just say that? And he should have went on to something else, like start another joke.
It was like a punchline.
Yeah. She heard him. Okay, yes, when she heard him mentally, what she did, believe it or not, a woman cheating on her husband does. Oh yeah. Either way, cheating, right? It hurts. It's not a good thing. He's not okay with it. And he just deals with it like some women do. You rather say it's open. Yeah, now they said it's open, didn't they? Didn't they say it's an open marriage? That's what I heard. That she's allowed to date. Relationship rather than talk. That people talk down on you as a man. Yeah, because they think. And you know what? And you're right. So what if he is okay with it and he doesn't care? Then why should we care? They say, hey, that's your business, right? But again, if they put it out there publicly every day, they have a show about it. You have to know you're going to be open to criticism. I mean, 300 million people are not going to agree with every single thing that you do. The red table talk, you can see the difference in Will's and Jada's face. She looked cool and relaxed. Will looked distressed. Red table, where is that at? Where can we see that show? Red table talk. I've never
I'm
seen
sure
it.
you can YouTube it.
How you doing? He can still be nominated for awards and can win them, but not in person. Really? I thought he couldn't even be nominated.
Doesn't that make things easier? You don't even have to show up. Just mail me that thing. I'll stack him up with the other hundreds that he has on his wall.
But I wonder if they even give him one. I see. That's what doesn't make sense. I thought he just can't participate. Period. I'm gonna have to look it up now. I got no choice. Okay, cut that out. You know who you are. That would have. What have y'all done if y'all were on his shoes?
Not use this part of my hand.
I would have closed it like this.
Yeah. Close the fist. I mean, if you're gonna go down, you might as well go down all the way, not halfway.
See, I wouldn't have. I mean, as it is, I've got very thick skin, so people can say whatever, and I'm like, okay, you think that's funny? All right, or maybe have a word with him afterwards.
Send your manager to go talk to his manager.
Or maybe you get pissed off and don't talk to him. Go, yeah, you know what? You said that. I'll talk to you in a couple of years.
Unfollow him on Twitter.
Yeah, right. And that's it. That's how I would do it. I'm not gonna.
What's a little different? I mean, obviously, bro, that guy, he freaking loves her. I mean, if he stuck around with her even after all the BS, I think seeing somebody that you care for being hurt, he saw the hurt in her face, obviously. So I think he just was like,
she laughed too. She wasn't hurt. I mean, she was hurt in the sense of, I can't believe he just said that. That kind of hurt. But when she gave Will that look, it was like, Will's like, oh hell no! Now I have to go up there and say something. Cynthia Nunez, California. Awesome. Where in California? Where in California?
California.
Yeah, let's see. Gorilla Glue appeal.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Ingenuity, bro. And that's us, on the low spectrum of the millions they have,
Right? I mean, couldn't they put in the hair implant thing? They go in every follicle, they sew it into your skin. I don't know. I'm just saying. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, I guess. Good night. Glad baseball season's here. I guess yes, baseball. Thank God for baseball. Good night, Chuck. Hey, Lauren. It's probably easier to shave than worry about the patch. You mean like your whole head, you're saying? Yeah, I mean, But you know what? She's a fine looking woman. She looked fine bald. I mean, I know she would rather have hair, maybe, but there's a lot of women who go bald that don't look good, and I think she looked good. She just looks good already, right? At least that's what I think. But when women and hair, you can't. It's a touchy subject.
I just think this thing it just raised so much awareness on this. I've never heard of this
Alopecia.
condition. Yeah, I had never heard of it before. Period.
There's a one of the ladies from the squad. What's her name? Presley, I think is her name. Ariana Presley, I think. She's always bald. I mean, sometimes she has wigs on, and I forget she's got alopecia, but most of the time she's bald, and she don't care. She goes around like that, so she deals with it her way. Yes, I do have the MLB package. Camille Cosby has her head shaved for decades, and nobody would make a joke at her. Camille Cosby. Yes, I gotta look it up. Oh. She was married to, okay, Bill's Camille Cosby. Yeah, she didn't, I don't think she looked bad at all. She needs to get over it. I have the same condition. It has definitely been stress related. Oh, for real? So it affects everybody different, I imagine. Is it like the whole everywhere or just a certain, does it happen in spots? I mean, that's what I hear it does. I would not come out of my house. See, and you get some, not even a wig, like put on a wig or something, or I guess I get it. Ugh, this is so annoying. Annoying. Goodbye. To Karina, me too. Honestly, my hair is like getting thin. I love my hair long. I don't know. Do you, ladies, do you truly believe, that saying that a woman, as she gets older, she needs to cut her hair shorter to make her look younger? Do you believe that crap? I don't believe that. I think it makes me look older. And then I guess it depends what you do with the hairstyle, too, I imagine. I know, Abel, you don't have much to say on the women's hair topic, but...
I mean, what do I have to say, man?
Ani says, my daughter has alopecia. That ended up just being a symptom of a bigger thing. And don't take this like I'm outraged, because I'm not. But I'm just saying she ended up having scleroderma. Her hair never grew back. Bald spot was about 5 inches long by 2.5 inches wide. Hard to deal with for a little girl. She was 7 at the time. Oh yeah, I can see.
Oh,
that.
definitely, yeah, definitely.
Yes, she did say it was an open marriage. See, there you go. And you know what? People are going to joke about it, just like privately. If I were to tell somebody and start that, open marriage, people are going to talk. And I can imagine Hollywood is 1,000 times worse. And then, yes, Karina, I would think it's mostly self-confidence. Yeah, I understand. He could have faked the slap, but he couldn't handle being on top of the world and went psycho. He was put on the spot, kind of, right? Well, not really, though. Now he has to climb back up from the bottom. I don't know if he was on the spot. He didn't have to do that. Look at the Jenny Jones special. It's on Netflix also. When she brought a surprise guest to tell him that somebody had a crush on him. He thought it was a girl, but it turned out to be a guy. And he embarrassed the guy. She embarrassed the guy on national TV daytime talk show. Well, a couple days later, he went and he shot the guy and he killed him because he was embarrassed online. I mean, on TV. Red Table is it's on Facebook. Okay, gotcha. Abel got jokes. Yes, I don't have self-confidence. Yes, you do have self-confidence. There's nothing,
That's a good one, dude. The thing is that it's not that you don't have, you just haven't found it yet. It's It's in the brain. I discovered the brain is so lazy that it won't allow you to do certain things, and it wants to take the easy way out and say, "Well, I don't have the ability to do this. I don't have the ability to do that." In reality, you do, but you just have to work a little bit more at it, and your brain doesn't want to because our brains are so smart that they're lazy. Because you know how far you can get away with things, and you know that you run the whole damn your whole life right here, and your brain chooses what it wants to do and what it doesn't. So we can just all go back and work a little bit harder at our weaknesses, and for sure,
When you,
just the outcome is
one
always positive.
the one thing I could tell people about, and this all leads to people getting bullied, right, because of their hair or whatever. Um, what I got to say about being bullied, and you can tell this to your kids if they're being bullied for whatever reason, they're too short, they're too tall, they wear red gym shoes, whatever. You got to tell them, you know what? Don't care. Don't worry about what that guy says. And yeah, sometimes you got to talk back to them and go, yeah, you know what? I like my red shoes. And I don't care if you don't. And keep walking. Be happy with yourself and don't be afraid to say anything. That's the only way you're going to shut people up. And I get it. The hair thing is a physical thing. It's a little different, but somehow find a way to deal with it. I mean, you guys people are beautiful just the way they are, and you don't let something like that at all bring you down. And it sucks. Try a wig or try weaves or try this or that. I don't know. There's got to be different things. And ultimately, I mean, what about those people with that condition where part of their face is like real white, like off, the color is off? And I forget what it is. I know you guys have told me before.
Yep.
And they got like patches of white, and stuff like that. They don't cover that up with makeup every day. They deal with that and they go out there and they live like that. And that's got to be tough on them too, I imagine, until at some point somebody tells them you have to live like this. Don't worry about what anybody's going to say.
No, it's because all along, man, people have been taught about what is perfect when there is no such thing as perfect. So you've been taught that you have to be this tall to do something, to whatever it is, bro. Like there's certain things that are considered perfect and normal, when in reality nobody even meets those standards. So it's like unlearn all the BS that we've been taught.
Oh man, do you want to watch some of that Red Table stuff real quick?
I'm gonna head out right now already, bro. I gotta go.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna play this real quick because
all right,
dude looks like he's gonna cry.
Okay, dude, I'm gonna get out.
Okay.
Everybody, you can find me online, Abel Vela on Facebook. Don't go look for me on my page. Just look for me on my personal profile. Have a good night, Manny. Thank you again, Manny.
All right, buddy. Later. Take care.
See you.
That's Jada's show where guests open up, basically tell, I guess, anyhow said she'll come on as a guest, talk about her entanglement on YouTube. Yeah, I just saw this. I found this clip. Hey, Marilena. I found this clip. D, hey. Hi, Manny Abel. He had no business putting his hands on Chris Rock. I agree. He had no business going up there at all. If you wanted to yell something, okay, fine, yell, but he took it too far. I think he felt it was better to do that than to let people laugh and Again, I say it again. You're going to put your life out in public, then you got to be prepared to deal with everything coming at you. Yep, it's on YouTube. And we don't have long hair. Like I say, I'm conceited. Yeah, it's not being about conceited. It's just overconfidence, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think conceited gets used inappropriately sometimes. And you have beautiful hair, by the way. I saw your hair. He was damned if he did, damned if he didn't. Made a split decision. Yeah, that I believe for sure. Maybe people would call him weak for letting it go. People are shady that way. Yeah, one of those Hollywood things. You know what? You can make some of the people happy some of the time, but you're never going to make all the people happy all the time. Always going to be a critic somewhere. Southern Cal. The real Scarlet. Yeah, gone. Yes, I agree. Lauren. Yep. We're all beautiful women in our own ways, ladies. You just have to embrace yourself. That's right, 100%. I want to play this video, but I don't want to get this video blocked. It's been a nice conversation. Hey, Jennifer, I had a liver transplant and I lost 90% of my hair. For some women like myself, it was devastating, but I was blessed and it grew back. Whoa. So the hair in that photo in your profile, is that after all that, or is that the before? That's interesting. Glad it came back. I will forever have long hair. Thank you, man. Nothing helps me. Oh, you. Yeah, I got a lot to say about that. No, that short hair for older women belief is crap. Right? Thank you. I hate when I hear that. I think long hair gives you more of a sense of youth than short hair. That's just my opinion. And then if they cut it short is one thing, but then they do these old lady styles. I'm like, how is that young? How, And don't pay attention to me. I'm not criticizing anybody's hair. I'm just stating opinions and sharing my mind. Hey, Manny and company from Southern California, just popping in to say have a great weekend. Hey, Tina Marie, you too. Thanks for stopping by. It's been an interesting discussion. We get part of our identity through hair. This is true. Just like different hats can give different looks, right? That's one look. It's a different look. It's a different look. Don't ask me about this. But I get it. You're right. I get it. Look how many men struggle with baldness and low self-esteem due to baldness. You have big bucks, you can buy the best of wigs. And they have big bucks. But it's just, wigs is not... I don't know that I'd want to put on a wig every day. So I get that part. I mean, would you ladies wear a wig every single day? I mean, out of necessity like that? But that doesn't mean you like it, right? Right? Some women, I had no choice. Thyroid. Most women in my family have long hair. Oh, okay. So there are some medical things that come up, and you got to deal with it somehow, one way or the other. Tina Marie, looks like you got a nice full head of hair. Lauren, my ex was bald. He had no confidence at all, so he always wore a cap. That's a bummer. You know what? Let me play this video. Should I play this video? At the risk of it getting blocked. Okay, hold on. Let's try this. I'm going to try this. Hold on. Let's see if we can play this video. I'm going to play it at a little bit faster speed. It's supposed to help with the copyright issue. Ready? And here it is. I'm going to leave that comment there.
You've been on a hell of a journey with me. Yeah. There's people's feelings involved.
Right. Now, has he been crying already? This is just a clip. This is like a 4-minute clip. And he looks like he's... You guys know what it looks like when somebody's been crying for a long time.
It's healing that needs to happen.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So what happened, Jada?
Okay, so I think it was about 4 years ago. Started a friendship with August.
Oh, man. So she's telling the story, and she's going to tell him what happened, like, in front of the world. Now, he knows what happened, and he wants her to tell the story to get his... So people feel bad for him? Is that what it is? Oh, let's see.
And we actually became really, really good friends. And it all started with him just needing some help. You know, me wanting
You look at Will going, yeah, yes, you're full of crap, but yeah, continue.
to help his health, his mental state. And we found all those different resources, you know, to help pull him through. And from there, you know, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
You guys buying this? I'm going to jump up. I'm going to go real-time comments now. I'm not going to display the earlier ones, all right? Yeah, so much stress tension indicators. He's obviously uncomfortable and broken. Yeah. Hey, hang on. Let me take this one off. And let me put this up here. See if that helps hide anything. All right, sorry, here we go.
Yeah.
That particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah. I really felt like we could be over.
Yeah, no, we were
over. And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of
I
entanglement.
think you need to say clearly what happened.
And I got into an entanglement with,
Entanglement. Why is she using the word entanglement instead of affair? I mean, is that an obvious play on the words just to not use that at all? Nope. Her show, her topics. Let's see. You're not buying it. Jada was a little hooch before she met Will. She even dated Tupac. She broke him. Yeah. Definitely, for sure. 100%. Entanglement. I know that's the word of the day on this
August, that's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship.
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time and you go figure out how to make yourself happy.
I was in a lot of pain and I was very broken. Now, in the process of
I'm not laughing at the problem. I'm laughing at how casual she's kind of making it, like, yeah, it's no big deal. You know, I had the problem, I had to fix it. I didn't feel.
of that relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily enough, you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. I would
During that time, launched into an interaction
Mhm.
with August. What do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good.
Mhm.
It had been
And you're right. And don't you think she wants him to say that? He wants her to say, to make her look bad. That's what I think. So people can go, man, yeah, you see what I'm dealing with here? Entanglement. My legs wrapped around another man's neck. Oh, Jada's a snake. I think she's Will's handler. She did what players do. She was creating friction to find escape. I know about that. Yes. She wasn't trying to help August. She was trying to help herself. Yes. She doesn't want to say it straight up, but that's freaking her. Yeah. Very broken, right? He is. It's sad. Yes, very toxic. Now I feel bad for Will, right?
been so long
Mhm.
since I felt good.
Right.
And
Husband, now I got to be with you at the press conference while you like tell the world about your transgression.
well,
Like I love my baby. I'm gonna stand by my baby no matter what.
you know, I definitely understand
Mhm.
why it would look that way or feel.
Oh man, I don't know. Should he have walked away? At what point do you give it another chance? Do you keep touchy thing? What do you do? You know what most women would do. That's obvious. But what should he do? What should he have done? Is there a right thing? I didn't want to use the bad word freaking. That's all right.
feel that way, but I actually don't look at it as a transgression at all. Through that particular journey, I learned so much about myself and was able to really confront a lot of emotional immaturity, emotional insecurity, and I was really able to do some really deep healing.
Really deep healing. What a choice of words. What a choice of words. Or am I just being in a dirty, sick mind? I like how Rock's brother backed up. Is yeah, Chris Rock's brother. Well, he ought to beat the crap out. She runs the roost, and the roosts are not a laughing matter at all. I know it's not. It is, and it's not. It's not for him. It's not a laughing matter on Will's part. But Jada is just so full of crap. Her me time was her banging another man. Yeah. No way around that one. Here, a couple more minutes.
It was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah. Because I wasn't
So she wanted to help heal him, but not her own husband. Okay.
sure I was ever going to speak to you again.
I know.
Yeah. Like the fact that I'm speaking to you again is a miracle. I don't want to go through this no more.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
Yeah. I'm going to get you back first, and then.
You're going to get me back. I think you got me back. I think you.
How's he going to get her back? What do he mean by that? I wonder what he really meant by that in his head. At a time like, no, he needed to take time and find himself and heal himself too, right? He didn't go and find somebody else, as far as now as we know, right? But she had to find the emotional friend. That's where it started.
I think we're good on that, okay?
Okay.
I wish, I wish that wasn't the case. I do. I wish that wasn't the case.
I sure wish it could be all magic and mirror.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
But and I don't think it's about getting anybody back.
No, for me it is.
Okay.
Good for him. Damn.
I'll give you that petty. That's what you want. But I will definitely say it's just part of it.
Yeah.
If you expect to be with somebody for a lifetime.
25 years and counting.
We ride together.
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
I don't know. Is that funny? I mean, right there, they seemed okay with it. Yeah, she laughs about it like some big joke, super sad, right? Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Typing fast. No, you're good. You're good. Pure evil. I believe he had stated it was an open relationship just because he didn't want to look dumb. That could be it too. Well, he slapped Chris and said those magic words, which caught fire with a backdraft. Now everyone has his wife in their mouth. Yeah, I know. There was a lot of good memes came out of that one. They did. They seem to be in some sort of competition, trying to one up each other, and yeah. I don't know, but does Will sleep around too? I haven't heard of that whole part of the story. Just that she did. It's not funny and not a good example for the kids to see. But a loser and weak, Jada is a bitch to put that out there like that. And to put it out there like just so, he was a friend and we needed to fix him. I needed to fix him. Hey, where'd that other fella that was with you? Hey, what's up, Abel? I know you want to come back online, bro. I know you want to. It was a fake laugh. I know. But you're right. But Hollywood is fake. Hollywood is fake. Hollywood is fake. The fantasy land. They have a fantasy job. They make pretend for everything. And then it gets to a point where they're confused. You stop. You stop. Everything is fantasy land, and you forget. I want to say they forget that everything, their whole thing is just a charade. It's you know, they got to start living these fake lives and a fake image, and you know, Hollywood is so liberal, and women, you know, once they started taking off their clothes, and yeah, they're paid more money because they take off their clothes. But now, taking off their clothes is no big deal. You know, and to most women it is, and your body's private. Hollywood, well, throw some money at her, we'll get her clothes off, and that's how they do it. So they do it, and it's just the whole Hollywood thing is a toxic place, and I don't want to be there, and I don't ever want to do that. Get back is his way of regaining his manhood. Manny, read his body language. He may be laughing, but you can clearly see. Oh, you can see it in his face. He was upset and crying at some point before that. I think all the money in the world doesn't make him happy at all. Nope. He was, and his whipped is the word of the day. That's what I've been calling him the last 2 weeks. Well, since it happened, he's whipped. Clearly. All right, I'm done for the evening, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Again, part 2 tonight. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to stream the state of Texas versus Melissa tomorrow night. What time? I'll let you know during the day. That's going to happen tomorrow. So tune in and spread the word, and I'll put that out there tomorrow. All right? Thanks for being here, everybody.